why do you think that music
Mm,
impacts us in such a way? Because for me, when my sister, my twin passed, because I
mm,
love music. I am a Motown, old school
mhm.
soul person. And I when my sister, because we both, she was a jazz head and hip hop head. And I like hip hop and I like jazz, but I don't love them, those two
Mm,
genres like she did. But I music at first it was very difficult for me to listen to music because we had that connection. And so
mm.
I'm a huge Aretha Franklin fan, for example,
Yes,
Gladys Knight. And so those are
yes,
two of my favorites, Luther Vandross. But I could not bring myself to listen to music. It was a few months. I mean, it was several months. But then when I started,
mm,
the music opened me up to a level of healing,
yes.
you know, that
You
it's
just you
okay to cry. So why do you think music has that effect on the human spirit?
you took the word out of my mouth, healing. I think when you think about the journey of Black people, African people on this planet over the last 450 to 500 years, and what we've had to deal with in America, in the Caribbean, all over the Americas, in Africa, in parts of Europe, where we are in the world, fighting against this oppression, people hating us simply because of who we are as Black people, as African people. Uh, we know you know the history like I do, being kidnapped, stolen from the motherland, and being stripped of our names, our identities, everything, told that our beautiful selves are ugly, that we have created nothing, when we know that Africa is the cradle of civilization. And it's not just music, it's all kinds of technology and inventions. When you look at civilizations in places like Mali, and we're crammed
Mm,
bottom of these ships, we still had inside of us the music. We had inside of us songs. We had inside of us that beat, that drum beat. You know what I'm talking about.
yes.
And that came with us to Georgia, to the South Carolina where my people are from, to Barbados and Jamaica and Brazil and Colombia and Panama and Honduras. They came with us. And over time we created spirituals and blues and jazz and rock and roll and soul music. We created reggae and merengue and salsa and bachata and all these different music forms. You know what I mean? It's something that and I think it is healing, because it's like, even as we were working on those plantations, being made to work, our free labor, literally building the economic infrastructure of this
Mm,
country. To this day, we can draw a straight line from then to now. It's like what we had in us was this music that was healing us and liberating us, and the songs also became a way of coded language. You know what I mean? Steal away to Jesus. We know what that really means. Steal away to Jesus. We're trying to run away from this enslavement, this imprisonment that we've been put under. And I think that for us, if I can get personal for a second, I mean, listen, I feel you. I'm trying not to start crying here, Boomy. When you talk about your sister, I think about my grandmother Lottie in South Carolina. I think
wow.
about my aunt Pearlie Mae. I think about my aunt Bertie. I think about relatives, that my mother's sisters, my two aunts, my mother's sisters. It's mm, we get to these services, these funerals. There's a reason why these songs. My cousin Monique, who we just buried a couple years ago, she died in Savannah. We buried her in South Carolina next to her mother. And there's certain songs that just that open us up. You know what I mean? It's like, what do we need it for? I remember the first time I heard Tretch by Naughty by Nature's song, "Everything's Gonna Be All Right," and he has this one line
Mm,
where he said, "I never knew my dad, mother effed her." Now, we're not going to use that homophobic slur because I know better now, but the pain that he expressed in never knowing his father was also my pain.